Ladies and gentlemen, prepare for some March Madness tonight here in prime time on the brightest lights, the biggest stage, the platform that these House of Wolves most certainly helped build here, Sportswire Radio, because we are now less than 24 hours away from a massacre at the hands of the House of Wolves, as they're going to show us why. They're the premier faction in wrestling history, the most dominant champions that you've seen on our stage. They're going to talk about what's ahead here this Saturday in the Palo Community Center. They're going to maybe tell their opponents why maybe they should have second thoughts about showing up to the Palo Community Center. And they're going to tell us just maybe what they want to say, and we'll have to oblige. But you know, since there's so many wolves here, and this is the first time I can think of in recent memory that nearly all of the House of Wolves are here on Sportswire Radio, and I see a whole bunch of people here in the chat. And since we are donating 2 tickets to the show this Saturday, and after all, I certainly don't want to donate my life and blood, and I see our IMF heavyweight champion of the world here on his show, on his platform, I must give these House of Wolves individually that introduction, because you're waiting for it. They're most importantly waiting for it. And let's just say I'm waiting to do it because, well, I've got a major interview tomorrow to go to, and we want to make sure we go there. So let's get this show on the road here in style and give these legends, these champions of the company and the platform that they've helped build, that introduction on Sportswire Radio, the number one global radio station where all wrestling matters and where these guys deserve. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's start the show off here tonight, as we always do. So, with that, without further ado, here on the Sports Report, number one, Global Sports Show. The individuals who make up the premier faction in all of wrestling and in wrestling history. The group, the House of Wolves. They are members of the Sportswire Radio Hall of Fame. First, introducing the most premier reverend and the most straight to the point and lethal member of them all. That's right behind all these members, guiding them to salvation. His name is simply put, Robert Soden. And a man that certainly is bound in blood. He reigns in blood, and he sends all his messages in blood. Just ask that crazy fan that tried to interrupt his match. No, we're not talking about some guy named Cameron McGovern. We're talking about right now, currently, the reigning, defending IMF hardcore champion of the world, Max Marquez. And the man that makes one half of maybe the greatest tag team in all of underground wrestling history, the reigning defending IMF tag team champions for going on a year from the Midwest Express, Jason Myers. And a man that always famously says, "That's what I do." A man that is elected into the Sportswire Radio Hall of Fame for a tag team he never had a match for. A man that has episodes in the Sportswire Radio Hall of Fame, soon to be. A man that generated views on Sportswire Radio, just about to the likes of Rhino, Savvy Omega, and even King's X frontman Doug Pinnick, among many others. He is a multiple. I lost count on how many times. He's a Sportswire Radio Hall of Famer. He's the reigning, defending IMF United States champion of the world. He is the most controversial figure in wrestling history. He's the real deal. Anthony Steele. And the man that keeps the glue together of the House of Wolves, the most lethal and dominant wrestling champion in all of wrestling history. It's his show, after all, and the platform he most certainly helped build. He's the reigning, defending IMF heavyweight champion of the world. He is the boogeyman of the Midwest, the hardcore god. Been back. The champs are here, fellas. How are we doing?
Feeling great.
We're doing good, Tom. As you see, we're on top of the world right now. I mean, right now we're on Sportswire Radio, but other than that, we're on top of the world. No one can touch us.
No, I mean, right now, last I checked, you guys have pretty much got almost all the gold and the major gold here in the IMF. Ox has got the hardcore championship. Jason Myers, I say show after show. He is a part of maybe the greatest tag team in our generation's history, certainly in IMF history, the Midwest Express. Anthony Steele is somewhere there, who was first match here, wins the championship, and that's what he does. And he's certainly doing the John Cena thing in the promo wrestling world, and he's back on Sportswire. And you, of course, Omen, who certainly we saw last on Sportswire Radio in a confrontation with another champion, the undisputed champion of NEW. And you've got Reverend Solomon, who's certainly the man that is guiding you guys to salvation. And I am sure we have a lot to talk about with you guys here tonight.
Let's get right into it, Tom. Let's not make the people wait any longer. That intro was pretty long, I'm not going to lie. Like, Tom, let's start off. Let's start it off right now.
Well, obviously, you know what? I know that some of you guys are going to pop in and out here. I am going to go first with, let's go with Reverend Sullivan for a minute first to set the tables for us and how he's provided salvation for this group. And then we'll go with Anthony Steele because he hasn't made his video contractually obligated appearance on Sportswire Radio in a while. So I know he's going to have a few things to say. But Reverend Sullivan, is there anything you may like to say to the audience here since you are here once again on Sportswire Radio, good sir?
It's funny that the show coming up is St. Patrick's Day Massacre.
Yes, sir.
The Saints versus the Demons. We'll see who prevails. We'll see who gets massacred.
Well, you know what? That's simple, straight and to the point. That's exactly why I'm donating 2 tickets to the show, and I'm going to put the poster up here in a few minutes. I know that some of you guys are going to come back on here. I know Omen will definitely be here in a little while, and he's going to have plenty to say, and I know that we'll get Ox in here and as well as Mr. Myers. So I'm going to take all of you guys off the stage except the one man that video purposes has not been on Sportswire Radio in quite a while, actually. It's been almost, about a week, Anthony? For you, that's like a year. So let's get right to it. And, fellas, I will certainly say thank you for all that you do. Please don't treat me like that fan you guys certainly treated the way you did at the last show. And I'll certainly do my best to stay out of your way. And we'll bring you guys.
I'm tired of hearing about this fan. No, this fan got famous off of us, and thanks to Ox McCoy and myself, that fan is no longer an issue.
You're right. That motherfucker got a 2-piece combo and got left out of the building.
Oh, yeah, 2-piece combo?
So,
have it your way.
It's all right, guys. Tonight, it's not about St. Patrick's Day Massacre. It's about the House of Wolves. And every single one of us is going to show why we are the faction to be feared.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely fearing you here. And there's a lot of people here in the chat, and they seem to be fearing you as well. And they certainly seem to want you, Anthony, tonight. I'm not surprised why at all that they want you.
I'll tell you
But,
why, Tom. I can answer
why?
that.
I definitely know why.
You see, let's roll back history a little bit. Justin Parsons came into IMF, started a group called the Sinners.
He did. Yes.
And he addressed two of these guys right here, Anthony Steele and Ox McCoy,
yes, he did.
as a embodiment of a certain sin.
Mhm.
See, I didn't like that. I didn't like that he embodied these guys to hold on to that sin. See, what I try to do, what myself and Reverend Solomon try to do, and these guys see it, but the fans, we want to save them by sinning. And I plan to do that with Felix Jones. I plan to save him with his own sins.
Well, I mean, we'll
it's the sin, like they say, it's the sins of a father. And unfortunately for Felix, he's going to have to pay for his own sins and the sins of his father, Soldier GP.
Well, I mean, yeah, there's no question that Felix Jones will definitely be a topic later on this evening, and I'm sure you'll have plenty to say about that. And we'll see what happens with Mr. Felix Jones, and I look forward to that. But, fellas, I'm going to say thank you for now. We're going to see everybody back here over time periodically. We'll go with Anthony Steele, though, first, because he's waiting. I know there's a lot of people here waiting for this. So we're going to go. Thank you, Reverend Solomon. We'll see you in a little bit. Omen, I know it is your show, but we'll say for now, we'll see you in a bit. And Jason Myers, we'll definitely see you. But Anthony, the real deal Steele, you got what you wanted. And I'm curious, why, first of all, are you wearing a Mephisto shirt?
Oh, see, I got to give some fucking dumbasses some, spotlight too, man. I gotta give the local jobbers, a shot at glory, man.
Okay.
So Mephisto,
Are you wanting him to join the House of Wolves? I thought he was trying his hand in.
Like I said, like we've all said, everyone has a chance to be saved by the house. Every single person has a choice to be made, whether you want to be with us or against us. And Mephisto has that same question that we've given to everybody.
Every rose has its thorn. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Will you join us, or will you rebel against us? So Mephisto made his choice. So, welcome to the 15 minutes of fame, Mephisto. I'm going to give you the next 15 minutes of glory with your merch on my body, so that way I can produce you fans. I'm not here to talk about Mephisto.
Yeah, you're not wrestling Mephisto because your last video appearance on Sportswire Radio, if I'm not mistaken, you had talked about basically this person and that person. Then it turned into where management decided they were going to put you in a match. You've got a match, and apparently, let's just say Dirty has become a matchmaker, and you are facing a matchmaker, and you're facing one in JX. I mean, a rather interesting matchup, and you and JX, and it's kind of a dream matchup in some ways if you're a fan of backyard and underground wrestling. JX has famously had some wars with certainly your brother in the House of Wolves, Omen Black, and he's also had some wars with a guy that you've kind of been parallel in your career in the backyard in the underground wrestling circuit in Jack Delta, and you're going to tell us here, for those that are listening and watching here in prime time on the brightest lights, the biggest stage, the platform view-wise, Anthony Steele, you're right up there with Rhino, certainly even more than Savio Vega. You've exceeded him, and Doug Pinnock. I mean, only Rhino and Doug Pinnock seem to have out-viewed you here, so you're right up there with those legends, and I think your fans are going to be like, wow, Anthony Steele in the same sentence as one guy who opened up for Tool last week and played at Woodstock and opened up for AC/DC in their peak, and another guy, Rhino, who was the last ECW proper world heavyweight champion, the most recent TNA Impact Wrestling Hall of Famer, who just tag teamed tonight with Santino Marella. So not too bad company, Anthony, but tell your fans, your many company that are here right now, just what you're going to do to JX this Saturday, Palo Community Center, for your United States Championship St. Patrick's Day Massacre.
See, it's simple, Tom. It is a simple answer. I'm going to do what I've always done and is successfully defend the IMF United States Championship.
Okay.
See, Dirty thinks that he has my number. Dirty
Yeah.
thinks that he can just throw JX, a dude that disappeared from IMF, that is randomly getting opportunity after opportunity that he does not deserve.
Yeah.
He fought for the world title last month and lost. What does Dirty think he's doing, giving this man another title shot yet again? Like,
so it's nepotism, right? All nepotism.
like, dude, everyone's against us. Everyone's against me except the house. See, it's been since day one. The foundation never liked me. They never respected me. But I've gotten these fans to understand that the one thing that's here to stay is Anthony Steele as the IMF United States champion. And see, going into it, you see all these people in this comments chanting my name. These are my believers.
Mhm.
These are the people that have seen my career, that have seen me prosper, seen what I'm capable of. And JX, me and you, we clashed just for a mid-second at Summer Bash.
Yep.
So if we can only do that in a mid-second, just think what I can do to you with 10, 15, or 20 minutes.
But don't you think, though, that there's a bit of an irony here in this matchup? Because people that have followed your career, right? People that have followed you in the backyard, in the underground, JX is a guy he's been around as long as you. He's a guy that's wrestled a guy that has been elusive in your career that you never wrestled in Jack Delta. Obviously, I'm not going to go into Jack Delta tonight. He's not an active wrestler.
Hey,
but
we don't talk about broke bones.
No, it's not about that. But it's about that this is an opponent in your career that's somebody that's fans of backyard and underground wrestling would like to see. This is really, if you're a fan of this platform or a Copper Dragon or anybody else that's followed your career, this is somebody that people have been wanting to see you wrestle for about 4 or 5 years. I mean, what's your thoughts on that?
They're going to get what they pay for. But it's not going to be their decision on how this match ends. It's going to be my decision. Tom, I'm going to make you a promise here tonight. I'm going to win by any means necessary against JX. I'm going to make sure that I send a message to Dirty Donnie that just because he's the general manager doesn't mean that he can predict the outcome. Because there's one thing about Anthony Steele that everyone has yet to comprehend, and that is I'm unpredictable.
Well, yeah, I mean, that everybody knows that. You're the most controversial figure in backyard underground wrestling history. Yeah, go ahead.
Let's go back to how I won this championship.
Yep. Let's go back.
Brass knuckles.
6 months ago.
Brass knuckles.
First match in the company, right? First match.
Let's go to the next month. Low blow, paid off the ref.
Yes.
Let's go to the next match. Me versus Omen. A match that has over 3.4 thousand views.
One of the biggest viewed matches of your illustrious career. One of the biggest matches.
I went to war with my brother.
And you earned his respect because going into that, he was kind of second guessing you. He obviously earned a respect from you. And that's today, the relationship between you and Omen Black has never been as strong as it's been. And we've seen it first on this platform. Between my platform and a man you certainly forever are going to be tied with to the day you die in this circuit. That's James Taylor. He and I mean, we've seen it firsthand. You and Omen have had this history, and Anthony Steele, it is his time, and maybe he's there. You go, Anthony. But I think that you and Omen, because of that match, you're now have a stronger bond than you've ever had.
You see, with me and Omen, like we've said before, an enemy of my enemy is my friend, and we came together on a common bond that we hate what the foundation represents. We hate what they do. We hate what they think they can become. See, they're not the heroes of this story. We are. They're not the saviors of IMF. We are. They can't help the underground and indie scene. We can. And nothing that anyone can do can help JX this Saturday. Because this Saturday, JX, I'm going to torture you. I'm going to put you through hell until your body can't withstand it. You think that double chokeslam was bad, JX? Take one of my Souths, because I'm going to send your ass all the way to hell.
So are you meaning to tell me that JX, who's now all of a sudden magically returned to the IMF, that after this Saturday, you're going to give him such a massacre, such a St. Patrick's Day massacre, that we're never going to see him again? He's going to basically, let's just say magically, I don't know, turn into his own version of let's say an Irish bloodbath at the hands of Anthony Steele. That what you're telling us right now, that JX, all of a sudden he might have reappeared, but he's going to be gone quicker than a New York minute after when you get through with him in less than 48 hours?
I'm going to dispose of him like we did of a dude named what was his name? Oh yeah, Joe Loose Cannon. So we
Who?
exactly. That's my point. That's what people are going to say after I'm done with JX. JX who? JX is not the IMF United States champion. JX will not become the IMF United States champion. Anthony Steele is, and Anthony Steele will still be at the end of the night. You see, because coming out to this, it's a travesty that Dirty Donnie chose JX in this point, in this time of my career, to face me at an event like this. Because JX does not understand I'm not Jack Delta. I'm not Aaron Blaze. I'm not anyone that he's faced in that territory. I'm Anthony Steele. I am the one true IMF United States champion. I am the real deal. I am the
But
guy.
you're the greatest United States champion. You've talked about how long you've been champion. You've talked about just what this championship has meant. You even declined a world title shot famously, and you wanted to win the King of Palos so you wouldn't have to go and challenge Omen Black for that championship and decline it so he can continue his reign. So this championship has meant more to you than I think anything in your illustrious career.
No,
And
it's not that it meant more to me. Is I'm making this title mean more to IMF than any prior champion ever did. Mephisto, I keep saying it, this month, this Saturday, once I defeat JX, your title reign gone out of the history books. It disappears from the longest reign. Jovi, your title reign, bullshit. Rage, title reign, bullshit. Every other United States champion, other than my boy Omen, title reigns, bullshit. I've made a mark with this title. See, this is the one thing I've preached so many times. The title doesn't make the champion makes the championship. And I've made this one of the most luxurious championships in all of underground wrestling.
for sure. There's no question you've done that.
I've made sure that this title has stayed relevant for months on end. I've made sure that I have defended this as many times as I can.
You've even wrestled multiple times at shows. You've even gone out there. Look at the King of Palos entering number one.
I opened a show in January and I ended a show in January. I went number one at King of Palo, lasted to the final two. If y'all don't understand the stuff that I do for this company, the stuff that I do for this championship, the stuff that I do for this profession, this career, this gold mine that I have so luxuriously created for other people just like me.
Have you been given have you been given salvation?
Oh. Yeah. See, because one thing that people don't understand is I'm free.
You're
I'm free to do what I want, when I want, to who I want. And all these people in this chat screaming my name know that. See, tonight, this it goes to show what I'm really capable of, what people truly believe in. They don't believe in Freddie Daniels. They don't believe in Soldier GP. They don't believe in Justin Parsley. They believe in the House of Wolves. They believe in Omen Black. They believe in the Midwest Express, Ox McCoy, and they believe in the real deal, the realest IMF United States champion in history, Anthony fucking Steele.
Well, certainly Anthony Steele has got a lot to say tonight. We only have so much time with him. Let me get to some people here in the chat because you have a lot of people that want to talk to you, and I have to get to more of your House of Wolves brethren here. Let me get to them. There's a lot of people that want to talk to you. Let me go and try to run through shotgun with them. Yes, happy birthday though to D'Angelo Flame, somebody I know that you don't have any love for, a man that certainly
happy birthday, my boy.
He did.
Hey, I know. Hey, look. I extended the offer to him too, man. D'Angelo, you know how to get a hold of me. You know how to get a hold of the house.
Well, I have it. Well, Xavier Thorne is also congratulating you. He's got a big show coming up March 22nd. He did want to congratulate you. I do want to give Xavier Thorne a shout out because he's got a big show coming up, and I promised, because I can't bring him on right now because it's the IMF show, but I wanted to at least give him a plug. He's working hard. He's wrestling. Got a big show March 22nd at the La Escalina Food Park in San Antonio, Texas, and good for him. He's working very hard, and I want to see people succeed. So we're just going to give him a nice little shout out, and thank you for tuning in. Xavier Thorne wrestling at La Escalina Food Park in San Antonio, Texas, Saturday night. Thank you for that. You've got here, somebody wanted to say, what's good, y'all? And there you go. You've got Sean Jovi saying woo. Jake Dvorak, a man that certainly, who has certainly his opinions about you. Well, you know what though? But you're not going to meet him, so what would you know? Why, don't worry about him. You have somebody here. You have another fan here. Justin Parsley is going to be on here. But do you think Justin Parsley is going to attract the ladies that you're attracting tonight, or nah?
Fuck no. He don't have what I have. Hell, he's trying to relive his glory days.
Do you think
your
that,
days were
now?
over.
Let me ask you this in as kind way as possible. Do you think he has the libido that you have?
Oh no. See,
so he's too old.
Parsley, you try to live your glory days, your younger days through me. See, because the one thing that you used to say to me is we're a lot alike, right? I'm like the younger version of you. No, I'm the better version of you. I'm the one that can get the job done. I'm the one that can talk the talk and walk the walk at the same time. I don't have to go find Soldier GP and hold on to his dick at the end of the night to get fame and fortune.
Well, I mean, obviously, I'm going to leave some of those thoughts at that. You've got another fan here, And if you are here, hit the sub button for us. Like the video. Also, follow the IMF where Anthony works. And also, go to their Facebook page if you want to buy a ticket. I've donated 2 tickets already. Now, that shows you my commitment. So, you go and commit to the IMF by giving them a follow. You better hype up Steele. Well, obviously, somebody wants to say Mr. Black. So, you've got multiple fans here. The real deal, Anthony Steele. Someone's giving you a hashtag. Another fan is here. We want to hear from Steele. So where have all these people been? Where have they've all of a sudden come out of the woodworks here?
Exactly. That's the point. Is my true friends, my true fans, my true people.
Yeah.
They finally understand that now that I'm free, now that
Are you trying to compete? No, well, I would ask, we'll let you go here in a few minutes. I know you're a busy man, but are you trying to compete with the likes of those that might have, had a lot of fans that have been on this platform recently, like Rhino and certainly Savio Vega or Doug Pinnick, who definitely, played at Woodstock and just opened for Tool. And tomorrow's guest, Randy Jackson, who was signed to Atlantic Records and opened up for Aerosmith, a few other bands you probably heard of, Sammy Hagar, yada, yada, yada. Are you trying to outview them, out maybe gun those names? Are you motivated by those names? Now they have gotten more views than you. Is that what it is
You
tonight?
see, here's the thing is to show that I can reach the ranks of those people.
Yep.
That's where the
That's
momentum
lofty. That's lofty competition for you, Anthony. Those are names that I've gotten mainstream coverage for those names. I mean, that's big for you, Anthony, and your ladies must be enjoying that. They must, yeah. And Anthony has a fan club. Yeah, another person here. Let's go Steele. Yeah, Xavier Thorne wanted to shout out. Maybe he's part of the fans, and I don't know, but somebody doesn't like you there. Who else we got here in the chat? We'll get to you. Everybody's giving you claps. Anthony has made his mark. Well, okay. Yeah, you got a lot of people here.
On God, Bree. Say it louder for the people in the back.
Well, I still got to go through like 10 minutes more comments. Okay. You got a lot of comments. They're all like the same things here. Don't get my husband dirty. Don't get on my husband. Okay. I don't know what we're talking about. We're going to move on respectfully.
Hey, listen. It's okay, Bree.
Yeah,
I know you want to support me, but you kind of.
I'm his best friend too. Okay. Also, Xavier Thorne did want to say that he's respecting you. It was very kind of him. I mean, a man that you used to train, and now he's going to great places. Darkron, a man that he wants to train you and train you though to get a beating. Though he's training to give you a beating, and he wants you to get off this, which you are soon, because we have to get to more of the House of Wolves. 7 letters and 1 word. XT in HD. Okay, thank you, Xavier Thorne in HD. Appreciate that. I mean, we're gonna leave that at that. We're a family show here on Sportswire. We have Randy Jackson tomorrow. We don't want Blabbermouth.net and his record label to say no more Sportswire. So thank you for that, though.
Well, I want to address one person in the comments. Hey, Bree.
What about Drake Golddragon?
What up, Drake? That's another one of my boys.
Yeah.
Bree, you tell me not to get on dirty. I mean, I'm not the one getting on dirty. You're the one that's sleeping with him.
Okay, Anthony.
It's fine. It's fine though, Bree. It's fine. We all know that dirty kind of little.
Let's go to some next comments. Next comments. We don't want Blabbermouth and the record labels to say no mas. Thank you, Anthony. Tell that to Dirty off the air. Xavier Thorne says the 7 letters he's giving is for advice and real fill in the blanks for XT and HD. Thank you for that. Justin Parsley saying just hello to Zilla. You couldn't do it last time on Omen. You won't this time further. Omen and Kron, save it for the ring. Thank you for that. The real deal. Who else we've got here? Parachuting. You have a lot of fans who have parachuted tonight. So if you've parachuted here, parachute to the IMF YouTube page, to the Sportswire page, sub for all of us. And also, yeah, I get it. I definitely see you've got a lot of fans tonight. Anthony's just the same things here. They're doing the wave. Are they showing up on Saturday for you? Who else? Anthony became Justin Bieber real quick. Well, I think he sticks to one woman though. He's with Haley Baldwin now. I mean, Haley Bieber. But thank you for that. And Kiara's Comfy Creations. Go out there, Facebook. She's got NWO Creations, a lot of wrestling stuff. Check it out. Go out and support. Let's see what else here. Who else we got before you go? This guy acknowledges you, by the way. This is a guy that's from RCEW, and he does say he acknowledges you. Steel, you've got a gang now. Boy, I thought the Bloods and Crips here in Brooklyn was bad, but you've got the Steel gang. I mean, I had gangs basically contacting me today and to help a different political campaign. I told them I'm not doing anything. Well, I'm here on Sportswire. That's where I am. But Steel is just better. Okay, I've got the point. Steel is trash. We've got here we back and forth. You started talking trash about Dirty. Well, that's we're gonna leave that there. All right, so I know that you'll be back on here later. You're gonna come back. You're gonna come back here in the main event because I'm sure you are. Because you're gonna see somebody and say that's what I do. But until then, do you have final words for the matchmaker JX before this Saturday? Community Center, St. Patrick's Day Massacre.
Final words for JX. It sucks that you couldn't be on here. You couldn't have 5 minutes of fame because of me. Because we all know, What's not good for business is JX holding a championship in IMF, because all he's going to do is hold it hostage for months and never leave his house again. So that is what we're not going to do. And what we're also not going to do is let Dirty think that he can outsmart me. And this Saturday, I'm going to outsmart the general manager of IMF. I'm going to outsmart the foundation. And the house is going to show that we don't run this house. We are the house of the IMF. We are where you come in and we send you right back out. So come one, come all. Because at this point, I don't care if it's one person, two people, three people, or four. I'm going to knock them down. And that's just real talk.
Well, there's definitely a lot of real talk. I will admit, since you do have fans, I gave you an extra few minutes because the fans seem to want you here. But I do, in the interest of time, have to go to some other people. And one of those people is actually Ox McCoy, who almost never gets time here. And I like to see Ox here. But we're looking forward to seeing you back here in a little while. So hopefully your fans will hang out here until you come back, because I know you'll have plenty to say later on when I'm sure you'll see somebody else in the IMF show up. And, a lot of fans tonight for you. A lot of fans. Oh, yeah.
Thank you. And Tom, you have yourself a wonderful night. I'll see you soon.
You're coming back on.
And to all my people,
you're coming back
love
on
y'all.
for a little while.
Love y'all. This is not goodbye forever. This is goodbye for now.
Goodbye in like a half an hour. He'll be back. So hang on to that. And you got a lot of fans. I see a lot of fans. But thank you very much. Okay, Anthony, I'm going to let you go for now. Thank you for that. We're going to go into our next person here, and a man that is almost rarely here. And I'm not even going to get in the way of this man. I'm not. I'm going to just, because I don't want to turn into everybody else. So Urek the Viking, Nicholas Krenson. I am going to let the IMF hardcore champion, the one and only Mr. Ox McCoy, tell us now his rebuttal from Sunday's guest, the High Chief himself, the Samoan Dragon, Il Drago, who certainly took a rather serious tone to try to take your hardcore championship. Sir, I give you now the floor.
Drago, where was the foundation when Prince stole your Ulafala? Where was the foundation when you won your Shot at Glory briefcase? Seems to me that the only reason you're in the foundation is they saw something in you and they needed it. And we see it too. And brother, I don't want to hurt you. All I need for you to do is open your eyes.
You've been saying that quite a bit, Ox. So it almost seems like you're once again, just like Omen Black did, Anthony Steele did here in recent weeks on Sportswire Radio, give Il Drago an opportunity, almost a pass, a lifeline, salvation, you might even say, before this Saturday.
Tom, he has shown me what will be and what has been. And boy, the future is sweet. I cannot wait.
You can't wait. If you wanted to say anything to Mr. Drago, if he was out there watching, what would you want to say to him? If I'm sure he's out there. If he was the High Chief, anything you want to say to him, maybe to change his mind or what?
He may be the High Chief tonight, but on Saturday, he better bring the fucking dragon. Because I'm ready for some fire, Tom.
You ready for some fire? You ready for it?
Yep. Oh, I'm ready.
There you
Tom.
go.
What's up, brother? It's good to see you.
I heard all what you had to say. It was a lot. A lot for the chief to take in. So you don't want the chief. You don't You don't want El Drago. You want the Samoan Dragon. You want the ferociousness. You want the fire. You want your ass to get scorched, right?
Yo, goddamn right, Drago.
So this match will be hardcore, as it is for the hardcore championship, right, Uso?
Absolutely. I don't do anything else.
I didn't expect anything less from you. Knowing how you are Uso Bloody Ots to me. And I know that knowing you got probably a lot of pain and hardcoreness that's coming in this match ahead. So I just want to make it clear that I want to promise you that you are not getting the Chief. You are not getting Il Drago. You are getting straight ferociousness, the warrior, the Tawa, the war, the Samoan dragon, Letarako Samoa. The Samoan dragon is born. The Samoan dragon is back. And I just want to thank you, Usoats, because without you thinking that you're redeeming something in this match, the only thing that's going to be redeeming is you finding yourself. And that's the redemption that I'll bring after I whoop your ass.
I didn't expect that.
Drago, I respect you too much to get personal. But know this. After Saturday, your eyes are open, and the wolves will guide you.
The wolves
Follow us, brother.
will guide you. The wolves will guide you. And Ox McCoy is left. He's left the building. He has nothing to say because he's going to leave all of that for this Saturday. The High Chief, I mean, boy, he says it's not personal, but it seems different. You seem different. And something different's going to happen this Saturday. I have no doubt for those that are going to watch here in the Palo Community Center this Saturday. St. Patrick's Day Massacre between you and Ox McCoy, especially for that IMF Hardcore Championship.
All I got to say, Uso, Tom,
Yes, sir.
not only will it be a great show, but this will be war. This won't be a regular hardcore match. This won't be something that you're stepping into. This ain't something regular you see on your TV or your phones. It's going to be straight hell. This ain't something for the fans. This is something for the tribe. It's something for the Chief to prove himself. Not do I need someone by my side to help me like Foundation, though my Usos could if they wanted to. The Chief doesn't need that. The Chief will do this by himself, as I did before, as I've done always, and that I will do again. I will show Uso Ox that the greatest challenge isn't himself. It's the challenge of him challenging the Samoan Dragon to a match for his title. Or me challenging him, as I should say.
You said you're doing it alone. So that sounds to me like no Foundation.
No Chief needs any help and putting a message to rattle generations. If I have help, no offense to my Usos in the foundations and in the foundation, but that would disrattle my ancestors' bones, and I cannot do that. For Chapale is part of my ancestry, and that is my ancestral name, and I plan on redeeming that name by myself, just as I've resurrected it by myself.
Well, I'll tell you what, we're very excited, and it's coming up here this Saturday, and we still have a slew of your favorites here from the IMF that are going to join us shortly, and we're here for a few more minutes with the Shot at Glory briefcase holder, the only Samoan to have ever won a briefcase, the one and only Il Drago. He's also the host of the High Chief Talk, which you can catch here each month on Sportswire Radio, and he has an opportunity to win the IMF Hardcore Heavyweight Championship. And we're going to say hello to everybody that's here in the chat. James Taylor certainly said hello. Darkron, You
I
got
heard.
sort of podcast you should, and you can certainly do that with Darkron, and certainly Coda, who just celebrated a birthday, and we celebrated a 1-year friendship on Facebook. Thank you for the kind words. Who to figure out to root for? Well, it's going to be a banger of a match, figuratively and literally, but I know you have to get ready for Saturday. It's a different Il Drago I've seen here right now tonight. And we ended the show, your last episode here on Sportswire with the High Chief Talks. But is there anything else that you want to say here ahead of this Saturday?
You know, I'll say this.
Yes, sir.
It's been a long time since I've been doing wrestling. And not a lot of opponents I can say that can match the energy of Uso odds. So I will say this. I've watched, I've studied, and the whole time I've been here, I've been breaking down and investigating a lot of matches. And Uso odds is one of those matches that keep coming up. So I hope Uso odds is prepared and determined against War, Tawa, because he's never had a hardcore match like this with someone like me. And I'm going to show you March 22nd. And I hope these fans can tune in. I hope everyone will, if you can, get a ticket.
Hey, I'm donating too. So for whatever reason, if you can't go to the show and you want to actually go, well, you have an opportunity still, because yours truly is donating 2 tickets. So if there's somebody out there that wants to go, and if you're here, hit the follow button for Drago on Instagram. He's got a few extra followers since his last appearance. And also, he's got a YouTube channel. I'd like you to go hit the sub button for him. He needs to get as many subs as Anthony Steele and followers as he does. So go out there and do give him a follow and a sub on YouTube as well. And I would appreciate that. So hit that button for him. James Taylor is fired up. He can't wait to see it in the ring.
I just want to say this too, Us.
Yes, sir.
March 22nd, I will declare on that day why the Samoan Dragon, Il Drago, the great, the only, shall I put it, the only highest of high chiefs out there. Why I am the tropical obstacle. Why I plan to be the man with the plan, the champ with the stamp. Why I plan to come in, go ham, leave no man to stand, leave him on the ground, give him these hands. If I have to, I will show Uso odds the most ferociousness that I can. And I have to. And if I have to be, then that's it. But I would like to say this for the fans. One last thing.
You can say anything you want.
In the middle, in the end, in the beginning, it's THC. But remember, there's 4 letters and one thing to say. YURP. Yerp.
Well, I'll tell you what. You know what? Forget about the Yeet movement. It's the Yerp movement. I mean, forget about Yeet. It's Yerp. I'll tell you what. This is why you got to follow him. He's got the briefcase. He's going to certainly be a part of things this Saturday. We can't wait. I'm going to let my High Chief go and focus, and we're going to talk about this, I know, next month on the show. So go out there. We love the light up there. We love the lights, and we definitely love you as well, our High Chief. And shout out to Kiara's Comfy Creations. Go out and check the Facebook page. Go out there. And, yes, thank you, Coda. And we'll let you go. And I can't wait to watch this match and talk the fall out of it, good sir.
Thank you, Tom, for giving me this time, and appreciate all of you, and appreciate Sportswire. All wrestling matters, Uso.
We definitely do. We appreciate you. We love Il Drago. And there was the Samoan Dragon, our High Chief. And now let's bring on here. Wait a minute. We got one half of the IMF Tag Team Champions from the Midwest Express, Jason Myers, a part of maybe the greatest tag team in our generation. And wait a minute, he's back. And wait a minute,
God.
You know, it's getting interesting here. We got foundation members and Jason Myers, and I guess I should say, you know what time it is, but Jason Myers, champ, I'm going with you first because I have you on here every month, and what you have done alongside Jordan Nets with those tag team championships, I say it regardless of what you think of me or anybody else that you think of out here. 5 years from now, 10, 15, 20 years from now, you're going to be remembered as one of the all-time great tag team wrestlers and tag team champions anywhere with the Midwest Express. And I want to give you the floor, sir, and everything you've done. And tell us what you're going to do and why you're going to continue your run alongside Jordan Nets as one of the greatest tag team champions, not just in underground, not just an independent, but in all of wrestling history this Saturday here, Midwest Express against, well, a bunch of Foundation members and maybe even, who knows, whoever else.
Before I get into what I'm going to do, I want to know where the Switchblades get off on inserting themselves into this match. I mean, they say that Freddie didn't lose, but he very much lost. He couldn't compete. That is very much a loss.
Well,
He
Freddie's
should
here
know.
now, and he's joined the conversation.
Of course.
And so is Justin Parsley.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
But again, he couldn't compete. He was knocked out.
Shut it. I'll tell you why I'm in this match. Because last month, I didn't quit. I didn't tap out. I didn't get pinned. I didn't say I quit. The ref had to call me. I didn't tell the ref to. No one told the ref to. He made that choice.
He had to.
And this month, I mean, I'm going to show you what choice I
the ref
made
not going to call a knockout?
those titles. Or taking your head off like you couldn't last month.
Or maybe a dose of Johnny Walker. Maybe Freddie will get the Switchblades to championship gold, I guess. Maybe a dose of Johnny Walker.
That's another thing. Just like the Foundation, they're switching his member to see if he can actually beat us. But I'm pretty sure we've already beaten both him and Johnny Walker at the same time.
And Johnny Walker, you've got motivation for Mr. Myers because he called you guys bums. He called you guys bums, and especially Omen Black.
But yet he can't get over this slump that is the Midwest Express, that is the IMF Tag Team Champions.
Well, it's been an amazing
how are we bums when he can't beat us?
And I do have to give a plug when you finish that. So go ahead, I have a plug, but go ahead. You got the floor, champ.
Now, just like Steele said earlier, Dirty's trying to screw us. We have 3 other Foundation members in this match. 2 on a team together, and then these 2 guys playing co-parent with Felix Jones.
You know, you count Mephisto, and I mean, Parsley and Mephisto maybe together count as 3 total. I mean, half and half, I suppose, but you know what time it is. But I do want to give a shout out to Princess JD, who wants to say hello to Soldier. And also saying that Steel is a certain word and Justin Parsley is better. And also Omen Black is a certain word and says hello at the same time to him. But let's begin with Justin Parsley, who's actually here. Justin Parsley, you are the hall monitor of Sportzwire. I thought you'd be here at the end of the show. You're here usually at the end when we're all about to say goodbye, but you're here early. And I'm curious as to why. And tell us what's on your mind ahead of this match here between you and a slew of Foundation members alongside Soldier GP and the Switchblades and, well, Jason Myers and Jordan Netz, who hold gold that I'm sure you'd like to grasp, sir, in addition to what you hold in that PWF championship and that ring, right? That King of Palo ring. What else haven't you won?
I don't know, Tom, but I want to say that I appreciate you having me on, having us on, the IMF promoting us. This show coming up on the 22nd.
No, we allow to support wrestling here. We don't shy away from it. We allow people. We're all wrestling matters.
Nearly all wrestling matters.
Yeah, we try to give everybody an opportunity. I don't know where you guys were last week, but here we're in prime time. We do things differently. But carry on though.
Yeah, so I guess I don't see Johnny Walker on the stream, unfortunately.
I was looking for it. Maybe Steele took it and had a glass.
Just like I don't see Mephisto.
That's fair, but he said he was coming after some gold that I had, and I don't think he's got his focus. His head's not even in the game. He's not even in the right place. So I don't know if Freddie Daniels and Johnny Walker, these bums, deserve the handout that they're looking for. I know Sean got a pretty solid
handout. You guys did nothing to earn to get into this match. I didn't lose last month.
Okay, they took their shot. You lost your shot, buddy.
All right. Well,
you guys failed killing me last month. That's what happened.
They all have been running their mouth about how can we coexist with each other, but we're the only team that actually showed up tonight.
Actions speak louder than words sometimes.
Me and Jordan have shown it doesn't matter who pops up on here.
I'm just glad
we got it in the way.
for this.
Sean Jovi's here, the resident rock star, America's rock
Yeah,
star.
I get that, but where's Dirty and where's Mephisto?
That's a great.
Mephisto's
this
fighting
isn't
off
about the
intergalactic aliens. Dirty, I don't know what
This
Dirty's
isn't
doing.
foundation. This isn't. We're not here to talk about the foundation. We're not here to talk about the center. We're not here to talk about anything but the tag team title match. Which, sorry, Jovi, but you're in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Wrong place at the wrong time. Tell me why, Soldier.
Because this is bigger than us, and you're my friend. But as soon as that bell rings, you're just another person in my way. This whole thing is, I have to save my brother. And if it means taking your title from you, Myers, so be it. If it means slapping the fuck out of this Adam Driver looking bastard right there, so be it. If it means slapping the rock star, so be it. I have to save my brother. I have to save the company that I put my blood, sweat, and tears in. You guys are just in the way. And I'm sorry that it has to be like this. And I'm sorry that you're going to have to go against me if we get in the ring together when the bell sounds. But it is what it is.
You know, I do actually Parsley is kind of growing on me a little bit. I'm going to be honest. Like a fungus, but he's growing on me. And with that aside, Soldier, it's okay. You have to do what you have to do, right? Whether it's with your new flavor of the month, Justin Parsley, whether it's with the foundation, whether it's against Omen Black in his House of Horrors.
You guys, hold on. You run your mouth about that. Where were you when we were getting jumped?
Where were
you? Had already got
taken
out
on the stage?
You had already gotten taken out.
Am I seeing tension here? Wait a minute. Am I seeing
I'm loving this, Tom. This is amazing.
You guys run your
You
mouth.
guys are bickering back and
Run your
forth.
mouth, but that guy had my back. Yeah, he took an ass whooping too, but he came out there and he took that ass whooping with me.
I mean, that's fair, Soldier. I wasn't there. But where was everyone else when I was getting ambushed? Where I was getting laid out by the House of Wolves? Maybe I feel a little left out too, buddy.
Jovi,
Like I said,
that's the
Parsley's
first
the
I've
new
heard you say
boy.
anything like this in a long time.
Parsley's the flavor of the month. I get it. I remember when I was flavor of the month, Soldier. I remember when I came to IMF and I was all the bells and whistles in the next big thing. That's where Justin Parsley is right now, under your wing, as your wingman, as your brother from another mother, whatever you want to call him. I don't know if you guys can coexist, but I can see that there's something there.
They're the only one that's here. The only team that's here in full unity is Justin Parsley and Soldier GP. You
And I
want to ask
applaud
me
their
that?
commitment. Unfortunately, Mephisto had some aliens to
Me
fight
and
off,
Parsley.
or whatever he does. But
And
Me and
Dirty's
Parsley,
at
we have
work, by the way.
understanding.
Just want to confirm it. Dirty is at
It's
work.
kind of like a friend of my friend, an enemy of my enemy is my friend. See, he sees the bigger picture that we have to save this company.
Jason,
You guys,
You know, the company would be saved.
For me,
if
it's not
everybody
about
just
the titles.
listened.
When I challenged them last month at the end of the show, I didn't ask for a title shot. I just wanted them. I didn't ask for a partner.
But you got one.
He stepped up when nobody else would. Say what you want about Parsley. Say what you want about his past. But he stepped up because we know the bigger picture is that we have to stop the House of Wolves. We have to stop Omen Black. We have to stop whatever's coming.
you know,
There ain't no stopping what's coming. He may have stepped up, but he's going to get sat down right along with you. These tag titles aren't going anywhere.
The only reason why
And
you're
as for
still
your
tag champions
brother
is because I didn't
being
want them.
saved, he's already saved.
The only reason
Saved
why
from
you're still a
you.
tag champ, Myers, is because I didn't want them. And now I do.
Come take them. You're not going to be able to.
I will this weekend.
You're not going to be able to get these
When I
without
go through
prying them
each
from
and
my
every
cold,
one of
dead
these teams.
hands.
Ooh, you know what? I sense a lot of tension here, and I sense that maybe, in a way, Freddie Daniels, this is your opportunity, because look at what I'm seeing here right now, right? Everybody's throwing shots at each other, right? You got Jovi and Soldier throwing shots at each other for the first time in a long time. Is it friendly? Is it more than that? I don't know. You got still trust issues that people have with Parsley, and certainly like Jovi. I'm sure Mephisto would say the same thing. You've got Jason Myers. Everybody wants a piece of that. Everybody wants to be able to say they took those tag team championships from the greatest tag team in this generation's history. Everybody wants a shot at that. But you, Freddie Daniels, can redeem yourself because Johnny Walker, he was certainly talking like he had a few shots at Johnny Walker when he was here and debuted. And I'm starting to think, Freddie, maybe this is exactly your opportunity with Johnny to come in here and just right through the middle with all these guys fighting and Jason being probably dealing with his biggest target on his back he's had since his IMF Tag Team Championship run began last year, that this could be your moment, Freddie.
Yeah, you know, Tom, I came on here, you know, I was pissed because of last month. I got screwed last month. But now that I'm sitting back and I'm watching this chaos, you know, Soldier wanting to show he can coexist with Parsley and, you know, help his brother or whatever. And, you know, Jovi over here saying, oh, everyone's the flavor of the month or whatever. You know, Jason having what you said, the biggest target on his back.
Yep.
One, because he's in the House of Wolves. Two, because he has that gold. And three, because of last month and what he and his tag partner tried doing to me and my tag team. Really, what I see here,
what we tried to do, I'm pretty sure we did exactly what we wanted to
shot
do.
for the title. What I see here is a shot at the Midwest Express and what seems to be a challenge for them. So, you know what? Parsley, Soldier, I know you're watching even though you just left. You guys can be in this match. Mephisto, I know you're watching. Jovi, you guys can be in this match as long as you guys stay out of mine and Johnny's Walker's way, so that way we can beat the shit out of the Midwest Express.
Well, we're going to find out, and I do want to say hello. Princess JD wants to say Justin Parsley is the greatest king of Palo of all time. I mean, Sean Jovi, you were a king of Palo winner. I mean, Sean Jovi, you know, I have to tell Princess JD, Sean Jovi was the one that just met Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan was asking advice for Sean Jovi. Sean, you got to go plug something here this Saturday. Let's plug this Saturday. You have a big raffle here.
I do.
Let's talk about that for a second.
I do have a nice little fan package for the fans for $1 a ticket, or I'll give you 10 for $5 because I'm that damn generous. We got raffle tickets. The winner of this raffle gets 3 wristbands. The wristbands got little Jovi Club, got my YouTube channel.
Love.
Yep, got those. They might win some stickers. I got some.
I'm glad you're on here to talk about the match, Tom.
But most importantly, the fans will get to take home a case of real American beer signed by the Hulkster himself. Well, House's signatured, but I do have proof of him signing it.
James Taylor, where are you at? All I got to say, I'm going to give everybody, though, an opportunity to ask each other a question before we let Omen Black come back on here tonight. But when is Freddie going to turn on the switchblades and be like Damian Priest and go after someone bigger for a better championship? Well, he does have a showdown with Sean Jovi still this weekend. That could be a match to lead to something else. Stay tuned for that. Definitely stay tuned for that. But yes.
Can I plug one more thing on the merchandise?
You can plug 10 things. Yes, you can.
Every $10 you spend, you get to spin the wheel for prizes too.
Ooh.
I'm a merch freak, baby.
You know what, James Taylor, where are you at? But let me give everybody an opportunity before we move on to give a chance to ask one another a question. I'm going with you, Justin Parsley, first, because you certainly have your own fans. You're in the middle of my screen, and something tells me you're going to be staying on here. But, Mr. Parsley, would you like to ask a question to anybody here?
I think I'm supposed to give a shout out to Princess Jade.
You
that
probably should, because I'm getting
yeah.
like 7 messages on Instagram, and she shared the
Somebody's
video.
niece.
She shared the video. Yeah, well, I mean, she shared the video on Instagram, so let's give her a plug.
Yeah, absolutely. Give her a plug. So I don't know if I really have any questions that I want to ask. I don't know if these guys are even ready for what's to come. But Jovi, this is something that you've never held before. This is something that you have in a way, and the IMF Tag Team Championships have to come home with me as well. So I'm sorry to take so much gold from you.
So that means we have to do another ceremony, right?
They will, because the House of
you
Wolves
haven't had a
fall
ceremony.
like a house of cards. It has
fungus
to.
because you're taking everything away from me.
So that means we have to do like 2 ceremonies coming up in the next month, right?
We need plenty of ceremonies coming up because I heard Anthony Steele was catching up, and there's just no way in this lifetime should that have happened.
We'll figure a night out.
You're gonna make me sick to my stomach.
Well, we'll figure it out in the next week.
This we agree on something.
All right. Well, you know, a soldier, I see you there, and I can see this is a different tone, and I'm going to give you the opportunity to ask or say something to anybody.
I hope, Jovi. I hope you're more focused on your merch than you are on this match.
Yeah, I wouldn't quite say that.
That is just.
It may look like it, but you know what? We got to get the fans going. The Rock Stars of the Galaxy and the Jovi Express are going off, baby. It all starts this weekend. St. Patrick's
You called partially my flavor of the month, so is Mephisto your flavor of the month?
I mean, I was your flavor of the month once.
What flavor am I?
Flavor of the month, brother. I have a Rock Star and a Galaxy to defend here, and we're going to take those titles.
Okay. That's not going to happen, though. I'm sorry. The bigger picture, brother, and you're just in my way. Driver, Mr. Adam Driver, I'm going to send you back to Star Wars, buddy.
I did like him in Star Wars.
Myers, I do have a question for you. What do you think Big Bad Omen's going to do when Justin Parsley and Soldier GP take your tag titles? What do you think he's going to say to you? How do you think he's going to treat you? Exactly. You want to talk about unity? Oh, hold on. I'm not done. It's my time. I let you guys talk. Now it's my time. It's funny because just earlier, your other House of Wolves member called your United States title run bullshit. He called every United States title run except for Omen Black's bullshit.
That's him.
You were United States champion too. Do you believe it was bullshit?
I believe that I didn't put my all into it. There's still more to come. I still want that title.
But you're not answering the question. Do you think your title run was bullshit like your teammate does?
Was it bullshit?
What do you got to say about your teammate saying that? You guys are all on the same page. You guys are bros.
We all have different opinions. The only difference is we allow each other to speak our opinions. That's why we don't have a different flavor of the month like you guys do.
Well, me and this flavor of the month are going to become IMF World Tag Team Champions.
But you know, Soldier, I do have to bring up this, and I know you're focused on those tag team championships. You have been pressed, certainly, and I could understand with the difference of opinions here and the different people that have their own agendas. But I see this here, and it says, "Soldier, help me. Soldier, help me." What do you think that means? What do you think that is that this hymn has said to you?
I'm trying.
Well,
That's all I gotta say.
we'll find. Okay, well, you know what? I guess we'll figure it out. I guess time will tell. But Mr. Daniels, I'm going to give you the opportunity. You want to prove the world wrong? You got a shot now.
Let me put my Smarties down real quick. I was enjoying the show. I got a question. Soldier, me and you, we've done this dance a lot. Never beat you. I know how good you are. Parsley, you're pretty good. I mean, you're the king of the ring for us, Jovi, I've been up against you. Got a hell of a cannonball. All I ask all three of you guys to do is, like I said, stay out of my way as I beat the shit out of the Midwest Express with Johnny Walker. And you guys can have what's left.
I'll tell you what, this is getting really to be a very tense, a March Madness like match here that's coming up. It's a March Madness like match, and obviously, the popcorn, get plenty of it here. And Omen Black's gonna come on here shortly, and Il Drago makes a point. If it's here, and well, we're gonna see what happens here. There's no question about it, and the champ is here, and you won't have to hear from him again. And something tells me that Omen is laughing while he's saying this. He's laughing, and he'll be laughing, I'm sure, plenty coming up here. Mr. Jovi, I want to give you the opportunity. You want to say or ask anybody anything else here before I move on here and get to Mr. Omen Black?
Freddie, what makes you think you're going to win when you couldn't even beat the Rockstars of the Galaxy a few months ago? Alone, the Midwest Express, and the brother lovers from another mother's over here. What makes you think you got a chance? Parsley and Soulja. Like I said, I got respect for y'all, especially Soulja. I know we've had our ups and downs. I know I called Parsley your little flavor of the month. I know I called him your little cuddle buddy from another buddy. Whatever. This weekend, I don't care if I'm in your way. I want some gold, and I've never won a tag title in my life.
You talked about that here on Christmas. You talked about Sean Jovi. That's something that's eluded your illustrious career, going back to the days of the GBYWN, going back to those days. We saw that episode with Sick Rick and Rad Dad, that the one thing in your career that's eluded you is tag team championship gold. And maybe that's the thing that's going to rebound and turn around your career. Instead of you being accused about nepotism and getting all these opportunities, you don't deserve it, and Father Time has passed you by. This is your opportunity, Sean, to show why you told everybody on Christmas that being in a tag team with Mephisto, your best friend now, your now best friend, is going to lead you back to where you once were, where Justin Parsley is right now with Soldier GP.
Mephisto and I think we got a bond in the making unlike any other. More of a bond than Thing 1 and Thing 2 down there. More than Myers and freaking Jordan. And definitely more than the Switchblades. I don't know why you guys are even in this match. You guys are a joke.
But some may say, though, Jovi, that why are you and Mephisto in this match?
That's a good question. Dirty did kind of throw us in there, and I can see the accusations. But
favoritism.
But you see, the Switchblades, they were thrown in the match, too. And we own a victory over them. So I'm trying to figure out why they're in the match.
And that's exactly why you and Freddie Daniels are going to meet here on the next episode of RCW. And you guys are going to maybe settle that in addition to what's going to happen here at the Palo Community Center and what's going to prove to be
Bring Romero with you, Freddie.
Oh, and you've got some unfinished business for Romero. You've got some unfinished business with him, Jovi. Jovi, you got a lot on your plate. But before I let you gentlemen go, I know some of you may stay here, but I've received word that, with this him guy going around, that's for you, Soldier, Omen Black is going to be bashing his own head on the desk when he comes. He's going to be bashing his own head here. I don't know what that message is for you. I don't know what it's directed at, but Soldier, I feel for you, man. This has been a tough night for you. You're dealing with back and forth with Jovi. Drago's had his own problems with Ox McCoy. There's still this issue here with Justin Parsley. You've got Freddie Daniels here who could maybe spoil all the plans that maybe you and Justin Parsley have. And oh, there's Jason Myers who continues to show why everybody he is one half of the greatest tag team champions of all time. Soldier, it's been a very tough night for you, I know, but I know that Mr. Black is backstage banging his head, and I'm going to maybe keep some of you guys on or off, but gentlemen, I can't wait to see what happens here this Saturday at the Palo Community Center. Freddie, say hello to Johnny Walker. Hopefully Johnny isn't having too many Johnny Walkers right now. And Sean Dovey, by the way, everybody go. If you're there at the Palo Community Center, you got to win that raffle. You got your Stone Cold beer. You got Hogan signed it. I mean, Hulk Hogan beer. James Taylor probably wants that. And just raffle pictures, Jovi's bands. I mean, there's just Jovi has got it going on here. Also, if you're here, Sean Jovi's got a YouTube channel. You've got to go hit that sub button for Sean Jovi. RCW matches are going to be galore. Ricky Romero is going to be in action here. I mean, Freddie Daniels is here. So let me give Jovi a big plug here before I'm sure you know who comes on here. But yeah, Sean Jovi's YouTube channel, he's almost at 1,000 subs. Let's get him there. He's almost there. Let's get rocked. Let's no longer live on a prayer. We're definitely more than halfway there. So let's keep the faith and get him close to 1,000 subscribers. And James Taylor does want to say, hey, Kyle Reese, how much for an autograph? Where's Sarah? Maybe that's going to be a topic at, I guess, the next Jeopardy trivia night, I suppose. Will Kyle Reese be a Jeopardy trivia night question?
Does he have an album? Does he have a...
I will ask my guest tomorrow on Sportswire.
Yeah. Find out if he has an album, and then maybe
I'll
he'll be
ask
part
Randy
of music trivia.
But Mr. Parsley, I would say you may want to hang out backstage. Champ, Mr. Myers, thank you as always.
I got one more thing to say. You know, Jovi, because everyone talk about.
Do we really have to listen to this guy?
What makes me think I have a chance of winning? But what makes you think that I want to win after I said just let me beat the shit out of the Midwest Express, and then you guys can have them afterwards?
So what you're saying is you're going to beat the crap out of them and then leave, and you're going to let me and Mephisto pick up the scraps and win, while Parsley and Soldier play ticklefoot in the back?
I mean, isn't beating the shit out of me and your supposed best friend what happened last month?
Ooh. Well, I like the flannel that Justin Parsley's wearing. I mean, obviously, this is a cliffhanger. This is a cliffhanger of a question here. We'll have to find out. Freddie, good to see you as always. Tell Johnny, don't have too many Johnny Walkers here. St. Patrick's Day passed. Champ, Jason Myers, thank you for what you've done for our sport. It's been an amazing run. We'll see if it continues.
Hey, I want you to shine that title for me up. Shine it up real nice.
Could be an idea. I
want to look brand new when I take it home.
Jovi, you've definitely got to go
staying
on.
Right here.
Safe travels. And
stay right here in my arms.
Well,
the only reason why it's not is because we have to
take that first step and you're going to flip it.
We're going to find out. And while you are here, before we let these guys go, hit a sub. Yep, hit a sub. IMF Wrestling, go sub to their YouTube channel. El Drago, sub to him. Sub to all the IMF people. Thank you, Sean Jovi. We'll see you next time. Champ, thank you as always. You guys may hang out and come back on, but I do have to bring on the man. Wait a minute. And well, I didn't expect that here. We've got Omen Black, who's just laughing backstage, and it looks like the same setting that Omen Black had the beginning of this year after he had won the IMF World Heavyweight Championship. See that mark, ladies and gentlemen? See that mark on the champ's forehead? That was the same instant when you came on here the first time, sir, this year. And now you've got the Reverend with you and Felix Jones. Felix Jones, what on earth are you doing here? And I know why you're here, but after what I just saw with the Reverend being here and the House of Wolves throughout the evening being here, I ask you, sir, what are you going to do this Saturday in the main event in the Palo Community Center for that IMF World Heavyweight Championship?
I'm going to do whatever it takes to take that IMF World Heavyweight Championship, Tom. See, what the house is doing... What are you Omen, what are you laughing about? Nothing's funny. This Saturday we are going to go to war, and I'm going to take that world title from you.
Kid, what I'm laughing at is I had to take care of a pest just like you this Saturday. You see, I'm not going to sit here and waste my time talking to you because you don't deserve the words that come out of my mouth. That's why I have the Reverend here. So, Tom, when you address me, you address Reverend.
Well, Reverend, you're here with us, and I mean, do you want to tell something to the audience, or actually in a better way, maybe tell Felix Jones something, or maybe give him better ideas than to show up this Saturday in the Palo Community Center?
You're not ready. You're not ready for what's going to come to you. Your father hasn't gotten you ready. The foundation hasn't gotten you ready.
See, that's where you're mistaking.
IMF
has
not gotten you ready.
No, I am ready.
When you step in the ring with Omen Black,
I've been busting my ass here
understand
for 3+
you're stepping in there
years.
with greatness. You're stepping in there with the savior. When you get in there, I expect you to get on your knees and bow to him and thank him for saving you and the rest of the IMF.
Amen.
Show us the respect we deserve.
You guys don't deserve any respect. What Omen deserves is what's going to come to him Saturday. What Omen deserves is the beating that he's going to get Saturday. I'm going to take that title from him because I am ready. I've been busting my ass for this moment for 3+ years. This opportunity is mine. You guys are out here looking for respect that you guys earn, but I really do earn the respect. I've been on a different level since All Out Warfare last year, having banger after banger after banger, and now I'm just taking what is mine.
Felix, let me ask you a question. You wrestled one Black last month, but that's an entirely different Black. You've got now Omen Black. How can you go from wrestling one Black and just barely getting by to now wrestling what we're seeing tonight? I mean, these are two different Blacks. They might share the same last name, but they've got two entirely different settings. That how are you going to pull this off and go 2 for 2 against Blacks?
You're right. They are two different people. CJ is more of a technician, and Omen's just brawler. But I'm ready. I've wrestled Omen before in the kind of setting that he is used to. I've wrestled him in his own setting, and I put up one hell of a fight. He may have came out on top, but some would say that's only because his boy Damien helped him.
But this is a different situation from the last time you wrestled Omen Black. And as I say it again, you were in the Palo Community Center last month. And like I said, you wrestled CJ Black. But CJ Black is no Omen Black. And what I'm seeing here tonight with the Reverend and the same Omen Black that did the same thing here in January, almost 3 months ago. He showed up here and he's laughing. And I mean, this is just Felix. I hope you say you're ready And I hope you are ready, because you don't have to convince me. You're going to most importantly have to convince yourself here in front of a sold-out crowd here in the Palo Community Center if you are going to make history. And, well, maybe, let's say, to quote the Scorpions, black out Omen Black.
Do not bring up Damian Saint again.
And what are you going to do?
Do you hear me?
What are you going to do when I do?
Do never mention that pathetic white trash pond scum.
I can bring up Damian whenever I want because I'm the one that made him run away. See, when you beat him, Omen, he came back. You didn't finish the job. I did what you couldn't, and I made Damian leave permanently.
Do you remember what I told you at the end of King of Palo, Felix?
I do.
See, I opened the show tonight talking about how I'm going to save the IMF through their sins. And Felix, I'm going to save you for your sins and for the sins of your father. You may be my nephew, but I'm okay to make that sacrifice. Now, I said salvation by fire, for everyone who doesn't know. And you've been kind of spiraling to find out what that is. I can see the dreadlocks on your dad's stupid head starting to spin because he doesn't know what that means. But Saturday, you'll find out. As of Tom will find out. As of IMF will find out. Your precious little fans will find out. And especially your pathetic father, Soldier GP, will find out.
Yeah, well, it's not black on black crime here. That's obviously CJ Black and Omen Black are two different people. That's the point. But we're here talking about the main event here coming up at St. Patrick's Day Massacre. Will Felix Jones face a massacre similar to what the Boston Massacre famously was in the 1985 NBA Finals Game 1 between the Boston Celtics and the Los Angeles Lakers? I don't know, but he is squaring off to win that IMF Heavyweight Championship from Omen Black on his platform. We're here. He's with the House of Wolves as their leader alongside Reverend Solomon. The theme tonight has been salvation. We've heard it time and time again. Ox McCoy said very little, but he offered salvation. He talked about it wasn't personal between him and Il Drago. We've seen a conflicted Soldier GP tonight. Justin Parsley's Justin Parsley. And Anthony Steele was talking about how he's received salvation. And what he's going to do is change him. And it seems like that's the theme here continuously is salvation. And Champ, it seems like you're giving Felix Jones one more opportunity. You talked about this here a few weeks ago when the match was first announced, and I think that's what you're still looking for here.
I'll give you a little spoiler, Felix, and I'll use small words. About 300 some years ago, there were some famous trials that happened in Salem, Massachusetts. Women and children were falsely accused of being witches. See, that was my father's greatest moment. See, he had poor souls, just like you, burned at the stake. Now, during the Salem witch trials, it was a battle between logic and skeptics. You see, those women that were falsely accused were burned at the stake. And I just think, how beautiful. They were burned for their sins. And I think that's a fitting end for the story of Felix Jones. Tom, don't cut me off.
This might be a moment that we might want to say, Felix, are you sure you want to go through this after what Mr. Black is basically implying? Are you sure you want to go through this?
Omen, I'm not scared of you. I'm not scared of your threats. I'm not scared of your little goons.
Oh, you should be.
I think we've seen enough here. We've seen enough.
What are you guys doing?
Got your back, brother. That's all.
You're gonna need them and more.
See, he doesn't acknowledge you as your son. He calls you brother. Look at that. Felix, and you want to defend that? I know it's a common term in wrestling, so I'll give him some slack, but he should at least acknowledge you as the rising talent of IMF. He should at least acknowledge you as his son, his oldest son at that. But I know one thing he'll never acknowledge you as his favorite son.
Omen, you keep talking about Soulja and Parsley. That's all you keep bringing up. The last time we were on Sportswire, that's all you had to bring up. But they aren't headlining the show with you. They aren't going to be the one in the ring with you. Omen, I'm going to be the one that takes the title off you. I'm going to be the one that goes in the Rage in the Cage and wrestles Justin Parsley. I'm going to end what you have started, Omen.
That's my boy. Right there. You three see that? He's finally waking up and opening his eyes. I know it must eat you alive, Soulja and Justin. It must eat you up, knowing that he's finally seeing his true potential past you too. Just like everyone else in IMF's going to see. They don't need Justin Parsley and Soulja GP to be IMF. IMF is going to be IMF without you two. Now, Parsley, you have the insurance policy right now of meeting me at Rage in the Cage. You can show that ring all you want. I'm going to stick that ring so far up your ass, you're going to have to cop to shine it.
It's shiny.
Felix, I'm proud of you right now. Truly, I am. You see your full potential. And that fire you just let out, proud of you, kid.
Felix, this might be mind games, Felix. The chat is even saying it. Felix, this might be mind games. Are you ready for this? It sounds like
you might be my favorite nephew, just for that.
Well, I'm not gonna fall for those mind games, Omen. Because they're right. Like they're saying they're nothing but mind games. You're trying to win the match before it even starts, and that's not gonna happen.
I've already won, Felix.
But you haven't.
He has showed me what will happen and what has happened already. Felix, I'm telling you this right now. I'm gonna save you. I'm gonna do something that your father and his dim-witted friend here could never do. I'm gonna open your eyes and see your true potential. That's all I want for you. But you're still going to have to pay for your father's sins. That's the unfortunate part of this.
I'm looking at the Reverend right now, and the Reverend, in the face he's making, Felix, I think it's directed at you, Felix. The Reverend, I mean, he clearly, I'm going to let him speak, and maybe he's speaking directly toward you just without even saying anything.
We're going to pick from your bones. My advice, don't show up. You say you're not going to fall for mind games? You're already doubting yourself. I see it in you, kid. You're not ready for this. You know you're not ready for this. Soulja knows you're not ready for this.
You're ready for this.
He's sacrificing you. He is giving you to Omen.
Sending a boy to do a man's job.
You're not going to come back from this the same.
Omen, you're wrong. He's not sending me. I'm going in this by
He's not
myself.
stopping you, is he? It's better someone else than him. Ain't that right, Soulja? I'm looking right in your eyes right now. I can see the fear in your eyes, Soulja, that you don't know what's going to happen to your son, your little boy. And Parsley, I can see you're worried too. The protege that you helped bring up will fall, as they all do, like the false idols that you two are. You'll fall.
And you know what? We
your
have
time is
Prince
coming.
JD right now watching what could be the demise of 3 of her favorites in
Now-
Felix Jones, Soldier GP, and Justin Parsley. That could be the case.
Tom, Parsley, Soldier,
and look who's back.
I'm gonna just warn you now. During the main event, don't be out there.
Don't.
And I'll say this right now, House.
Well,
I don't need you out there.
Anthony Steele, you don't want him out there?
I have to make an example out of my nephew. Gladly.
Anthony Steele, have you heard this? That includes you, of all people.
Omen, I can tell you this. If your little goons aren't in ringside, you don't got to worry about Parsley or Soldier. Parsley, Soldier, I got this.
Well, you got this?
The greatest trick ever played in history was for the devil to make people think he didn't exist. That's the greatest trick, Tom. You're a man of God. You should know that.
Well, you certainly. I'll tell you what, Felix Jones. I like you a lot. You are a rising star. You were very impressive.
But he does exist, Felix. He does.
But I mean, this is going to be a tall order. It's going to be a tough task, and if you pull this off, and Omen Black also, let's not forget about the fact that Omen Black has said on December 31st of this year, he is walking out of the IMF heavyweight championship. He is walking out. That means we've got 9 more months. 9 more months,
Not
and that's
making it past Saturday. The title reign's not lasting past Saturday, Tom.
So that would mean that you're gonna change that.
I'm the next IMF world champion. I've said it time and time again. I'm going to win.
Do you believe that though, deep down? Do you? Because this chat tonight is wondering. Do you believe that?
100%.
You're making me very proud, Felix, to be your uncle.
And this is.
I can tell you this. As of right now, I'm not proud to be your nephew.
And Anthony Steele, are you moving around? You want to say? Let's Anthony Steele speak. I want to hear what Anthony Steele has to say.
I mean, it's simple. Simple.
Yeah, I want to hear you.
Felix, man. Look at you. Look at Omen. Listen, man. You have a faster shot at finding out who the real dad of Felix Jones is than beating Omen Black on Saturday.
Let's not turn this into the famous South Park episode.
But Felix, look, man. I've said it before. I've said it again. The whole time that you've been spending with Parsley and Soldier, you're lowering yourself to their standards. You're playing the little engine that could, but in this stance you can't. You're at this level that you so desperately seek, but you're letting 2 guys basically have control over you. Because while you're the one that issued the challenge to Omen Black, they're the ones that stood beside you and was like, you can do this. You got this. I believe in you. That's the same thing the Soldier said when he said that he can beat Omen Black 2 years ago. And look what happened. That's the same thing that Parsley said when he won King of Halo. That if Omen Black is still world champion by raising the cage, he's going to beat Omen Black. So if Soldier couldn't do it, and Parsley, we all know, comes up a little short when he's one-on-one with someone that's way bigger and badder than him,
You couldn't do it.
where does that leave you, Felix?
I'm not them. Like
You're right.
everyone's been saying, I'm not them.
You're right. You're not them. And that's what we like about you, Felix, is you're different. You're different than what the foundation really is about. You're not the self-centered, egotistical maniac that thinks that having the spotlight on him and only him is the greatest thing in wrestling. No, you care about the truth. You care about what the real reason we do this is, and it's to get these fake ass wannabes put in their place.
Well,
We
let's
issued the
start
offer a
by
long time
putting a
ago.
fake wannabe in his place come Saturday, Steel. That's all the house is fake wannabes, including you,
I got
especially you.
a question, but not for you, Felix. For Justin Parsley.
But I want to hear this.
So when you came to the IMF, you had a group called the Sinners, correct?
That's correct.
What was the sin that you had Felix embody?
He was envy.
Ironic, isn't it? Because I'm going to save him with his sin of envy. Because, you see, Parsley, he envies that you're the king of Palo. He envies that Soldier GP's his father. He envies me for being the world champion. He envies you, too, for being a team together without choosing him. And that's okay. That's perfectly fine, Felix, to have those emotions. To feel like you're not good enough. To feel like you weren't picked on a certain team. If it's kind of like you were like the last kid picked on a basketball team. You should know that. You see, Felix, it's okay, though. Because your Uncle Omen here is going to save you for envy. I'm going to give you a reason to envy. I'm going to give you a reason to shine. I'm going to give you a reason to see your true potential. You know what? And that right there scares Justin Parsley, and it scares Soldier GP. Because if I can get you to open your eyes like you're opening your eyes right now, who's going to stop me from opening everyone's eyes in the IMF or who watches IMF?
Well, I know one thing. December 31st isn't that far around the corner, and the way things are going, Owen Black is going to walk out of here, and he's going to walk away with that IMF championship, and that's it. It's going to be a lights
Come on,
out
Soldier. You're sitting there quiet. Say something. I can see the dreads twisting in your head, but you don't know what to say. You're just smiling right now.
He can't
to talk.
He can't, Omen.
Steel.
You know why?
I'm not done with you. You're gonna wait till Saturday. So right now, I need you to zip it.
Well, the good news for you is still the promo wrestling championship run of John Cena that you're doing.
Look.
Come on,
Uh-oh.
Speak to your long-lost brother. Speak to your loving brother that you so care to save.
Thank you, Zilla. Zilla wants salvation. It's only one. And the Steel fans are coming back. The Steel fans are back.
Come on, Soldier.
And Justin Parsley channeling his Huey Lewis.
I watched behind his cowardly eyes, Soldier, as he messaged the comments tonight. I watched through his cowardly eyes how concerned you were. And I laughed and laughed, seeing how someone so pathetic could care for another human being like you, care for me. Don't hang your head in shame, Soldier. Say something. You were IMF world champion. You gotta say something.
Well, I'll tell you what. We're going to save all of this here for this Saturday, because this Saturday it's all going to come to a head. Will salvation be needed for IMF roster members like Felix Jones? I don't know. But I'll tell you what. You need to go to the IMF Facebook page where you can go and buy a ticket. Come and watch the show. You're going to see all these great wrestlers and talents that are going to be there in the Palo Community Center. It is only $10. Only $10 with everything going on right now in this economy, in this world. $10 to see some of the very best wrestlers in the world. You've got that chance. Palo Community Center doors open 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. It is BYOB. Sean Jovi is raffling off a number of different things. Bell time is 7 o'clock. You've got tag team championships to be defended. You've got the hardcore championship, the United States title, the world title. You've got other matches ahead, Midwestern championship. You've got so many of your favorites, Foundation, Sinners, if that's a thing, House of Wolves, most certainly, and certainly Steel Nation will probably be there because Steel Nation seems to be a new thing now. I guess, everybody has their moments. Everybody has the Swifties. There's the Swifties, and now I guess there's the Steel Nation. Who would have guessed the Swifties would have competition? But
Omen,
yes.
There's one thing we said last month that happened. And Felix, I want to see if you remember this. Because I told it directly to you. I told you that if the time was right, that Parsley and Soldier will let you get eliminated and try to take the win for themselves. And who pins you to eliminate you from the King of Halo? Justin Parsley. And when but here's the thing. Here's what I can't understand, Felix, is if you and Parsley are so close, how come he just laid there?
For such a veteran, he didn't have good ring awareness to see where his beloved partner was.
And then Soldier didn't help. Soldier didn't help you, but guess who Parsley did try to help? Soldier GP.
Steel, can you do you ever shut the fuck up?
No, I do not. I don't because
you're always trying to stir the pot. You're acting like I don't know what happened. I was there. I've watched it back multiple times, and I understand. Yes, it looks bad, but the situation, it all lined out. And for you to say, Omen, that I was jealous of him being King of Palo is diabolical when I was the first one there to congratulate him. I am not jealous of him. You guys are trying to turn us against each other. You guys need to be worried about what is going to happen this Saturday.
Oh, no. We're not trying to turn anyone against you, Felix, or turn you against anyone else. We're just telling you the facts. At least, Felix, I can see right now you're questioning everything in your head. I want you to take tonight, tomorrow night, all day Saturday before the show to really sink in what I said tonight. Because, Felix, salvation by fire.
Well, we're going to find out. I'll tell you what, we're going to find out. And
you can quit looking at me like that, Parsi.
No, I'm looking at Felix, man. I love you, Felix, and I don't know about this.
Don't lie.
Because I love Omen too, but dude,
don't lie.
Omen isn't present right now. This is not.
Well, he's president. He's the IMF champion. He's president. He's definitely president.
You hear that,
His
Felix?
vessel's here.
He doesn't know. He doesn't know. He doesn't know if you're ready. He knows you're not ready.
I worry about him, man.
You know what?
You should worry.
Against Omen Black,
you should be very
any day
worried.
of the week.
I'll tell you what, I'm ready. I'm ready for this Saturday, and I can't wait to see all these stars in action. And I hope you join me in supporting the IMF. And we're going to talk a lot about this after this Saturday.
I've always been here, Parsley. I've always been here. I've been dormant behind his cowardly eyes, but I've always been here. We met back in Indiana.
Let's not go there.
I just didn't introduce myself yet to you.
Interesting. But I'll tell you what, we're going to end the show on this because Felix, you know what? You I hope you have a great match. We're all looking forward to it, and we're going to talk a lot about it. Will you be able to make history? Who knows? Justin Parsley, you always seem to somehow be in the middle of this, and I still will, I'm sure, talk a lot about you. And Anthony Steele, yes.
Tommy, he is one of the three centerpieces of this whole ordeal.
Well, somebody only wants the Swifties of
someone I should not name, and his cowardly father sold to GP.
Well, the Swifties have come out here because you, Anthony Steele, have your now own version of the Swifties. You certainly have that there. Who would have guessed? What have you missed? Felix Jones is saying he's ready. Some people think he is. Some people don't think he is. But we're going to find out Saturday, regardless. And there you go. The Steel Nation has come out, and they have spoken loud and clear that they want Anthony Steele. He's back. You're gonna see him.
My question is, where were these people when you needed them, Steele? And now that we don't need them, now they want to come out of the woodwork.
The Swifties have arrived. What can I say? I mean, the Swifties.
I say you don't need them, Steele. I truly believe that you don't need these people because now they see how great you are. Now they want to be a fan. Now they want to be a supporter.
Anthony, I'm going to actually bail you out on this one.
No attention, no steal.
Anthony, I'm going to bail you out on this one. I think that they know that you're on a platform where you've competed with Rhino, Savio Vega, and Doug Pinnick for views. And I think that that's really what it is here. So thank you to these new members of the Steel Nation to show up.
See what it is. Is those
I'm gonna go with
this. What you do.
You do what you do.
It is what I do. It is the people. it is the people that believe in me. You know.
He's never been hated. Now we always have been there for him. Il Drago's even saying greatest of all.
And see, here's the thing. I didn't need a booker to tell me I was going to win something just to rip it away from me so I don't compete at another company.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need my father trying to bury me under him to where I can never rise up. And I don't need any of these fake people trying to say that they've been here the whole time, because the real ones know. The real ones are in the chat. And this Saturday, this is one thing everyone needs to know. Parsley, Felix, it doesn't matter what side you guys are on, because y'all are both on the opposite side of the house.
Well,
and this Saturday, the house this Saturday will show why we have the gold and why none of you don't.
Well, we'll find out. We are going to run because we are past time, and we have a big day tomorrow on Sportswire. These guys have a big day to get ready for Saturday's show. If you are here, though, on Sportswire, hit the sub button for us. Hit the sub button for the IMF Wrestling. Please go out there and buy a ticket. Come to the show. Kiara's Comfy Creations. Go out there and support that. She's going to have her stuff there on the stands in the merchandise sections. That'll be during the show. So please go out there and support. Also support everybody that's here in the chat. Also, Anthony Steele and the new version of the Swifties, they'll be back on Sportswire, I'm sure, in the next week, because we have now competition. Who would have guessed that we have a new version of the Swifties? We definitely do have that. And Anthony, everybody else have a wonderful night. And I don't know if I would say 100% of these things, but thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. My name is the Reverend Tom Bryce, your voice, figuratively and literally, where all wrestling matters. If you're here on Sportswire Radio, I'll be here tomorrow night with Randy Jackson of Zebra, celebrating 50 years. We'll also be back with pre-IMF show coverage throughout the day on Instagram and Facebook. We'll put some clips up. And Justin Parsley is getting ready for trivia night for Jeopardy tomorrow, I guess. Felix, good luck to you. Reverend, yeah, I'm not getting in your way. And Omen Black, it's your show. You're the champ, and you certainly will show us why on December 31st you're walking away as champion. And JX, where are you? I don't know. But thank you to everybody here for tuning in. And until then, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. On the number one global radio station that is Sportswire Radio, where all wrestling matters. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in here for IMF St. Patrick's Day Massacre pre-show coverage. This was definitely your own version of March Madness. And have a great night, everybody, and we'll see you Saturday at the show. Doors open 6 o'clock Central Standard Time. Bell rings 7 o'clock. It's BYOB. So get out there. Go to the IMF Wrestling Facebook page. Buy a ticket. We'll see everybody in Zilla. Have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow on Sportswire. Take care.